Hello, welcome back. Let's put this in the ether. Women today have so much choices, right? They have so much choices today that it leads them to their loneliness and depressions. All right, this is what happens when you give women too much choices. They would not know what to do with it, right? You give women choices, and they still could be lonely. They could still be unsatisfied. They could still be depressed, right? So to women, choice is not a solution for anything, all right? Because they are not supposed to make the choices in life. The man in the relationship is supposed to make the choice for them, right? They're not leaders. Right? I'm not saying to disparage women. I'm not trying to hate on women. But you give a woman too much choices, eventually they're going to destroy themselves emotionally, physically, right? Psychologically. They're going to destroy themselves, right? You see it all the time, right? In the 20th century. When the women have so much choices, they would most likely make the wrong decisions, right? They can choose career over family. When in actuality, a woman's desire, their purpose, in my opinion, their purpose is to have a family and have a child, right? Because if they don't have that, they're gonna be lonely forever. Women cannot be alone. When you see women out there that are so lonely, what does that lead them to, right? They feel like women want to feel wanted in life, right? Wanted. What does being wanted mean? Being wanted is not to have being wanted. It demonstrates that they have a purpose. They have a necessity, right? That's what it is. Everybody want to be wanted, right? They want relevancies. But women, if they don't have any purpose or relevancy, they can lead to the depression. Men, they could be lonely, right? But they could handle it. They are able to make the decision for themselves. Right? Men are genetically to design mentally to lead himself in life. Right? Women, it's not encoded in their brain. It's not hardwired. That's why they need men to lead them. Right? So and if they don't have that, they get lonely, depressed. Why do you think a lot of women out there who don't have any significant others, they get depressed, they get suicidal, they want off themselves? Right? There's many examples of that. I mean, there's deviants out there who are not like that, but there are a majority of them who are like that. There's a lot of women out there who seek attentions. Right? Women seek attention. Men do not need that much attention. Right? Women, if anything, the difference between men and women is that one of the difference between men and women is that men doesn't necessarily desire attention that much. Right? If they will desire attention, it's usually from their parent, right? But from other people, men doesn't need any validation from other men or attention from anybody. Because guys are um, they're more independent than women. They could do more things than women, right? So women, they need a man in their life. When they don't have that, they feel useless. They feel like they feel useless and they don't have a purpose. This is why a women are genetically designed to be nurturing because what do you need to be nurtured? You need a family. That's why women they get so depressed when they don't have a family. They don't have any kids in life, right? They don't have any kids. They don't have no man to take care of. So what is their purpose? They die alone and not have any have not any purpose in life. They're encoded and hardwired to be nurturing, right, to the kid. That's why women have the ability to bear children, right? When you bear a child, what does that come with? It comes with your ability to take care of your child, right? Guys can't bear a child because of that. Because God, inability of guys to bear a child, he don't have that nurturing characteristics, right? He have a independent characteristic. He has to survive on his own, right? Because he don't have the ability to nurture for children. With a woman, they have that ability to, right? Now that instinct is ingrained in them. When you have the ability to nurture a kid, you are more inclined to protect your kids more than men, all right? Men are supposed to lead and now when the kids have a baby and the baby grow up, men are supposed to lead their kids into the right directions, as he did with the women into the right directions, right? But these days society is really destroying the ability for women to be with a man because society has taught women that they don't need a man. They taught women that they're independent, which is totally going against nature. right? And when you say this kind of stuff, they say you're hating on a woman, you're misogynist, you're this, that, and the third, etc., etc. When all we just talking about is just instinctual things, right? Like natural things. That's what it is when we observe everything into a microscope, right? We see that men are better and capable of certain things than others compared to a woman. Women are better and capable of certain things than others compared to a man, right? We all have our advantages and disadvantages, but society try to manipulate women, try to say all these stuff, right? Try lead a certain demographic into a different course than what they are naturally intended for, right? So people need to understand there's a purpose. And women, when you give them more choices than they really needs, they usually make the wrong decisions. Right? This is what I'm talking about. We'll come back to my original statement. They will when you give them too much choices, it will lead to the loneliness, and they're gonna be depressed. Why do you think there are a lot of depressed women out there right now? All right, there are so much depressed women out there, right? Depression lead them to all these side effects like weight gain, right? Suicidal thoughts, um, high standards, all this stuff. All these stuff right now that's been going around that the society been feeding women is totally the wrong thing. It's going against nature, right? If a woman would just how am I supposed to put this? Just just be more compliant, right? Just be more compliant. Just listen to themselves, right? To listen to themselves that they want to be with somebody, that they want to nurture things, right? When you nurture things, you could just it means that you could nurture your significant others and your children at the same time, right? When you have the ability to do that, the man in your life will be more inclined to be with you, to be more protective of you. And it's hard to find women that these days, it's because it's hard to find women these days. The men are willing to do anything at any cost to be with that woman, right? A traditional woman, right? There's a reason why traditionalism been working for eons, decades, millennials, all right? And to steer out of course because of that is going to lead you to your downfall, right? Why would you see something that's been working for years and years and years, and suddenly you stop doing it? Of course, it's going to lead to destructions, because why would you do something? It's like the old saying, don't fix, if it's not broken, don't fix, right? So there's nothing broken with traditionalism. It's been going on for years and years and years, and suddenly you try to fix something that's not even broken, right? Now you're making things even worse, right? You're on the right path, the right step. Now you want to do something else different, and you realize that doing something else that's different is not working, and you try to do something, try to do the same wrong thing over and over. It's pure insanity. That's what we're going through right now, right? Right. So this idea of women, right? It's not a bad thing to be traditional, because it's proven that it works, right? It's proven that you will not be depressed. Now, when you steer out of that standards, all right, of traditionalism, you're gonna be more depressed than ever, right? You're gonna be more depressed than ever, lonely, right? Now you want to cut yourself, you want to commit suicide, and next thing you know, you'll be an old maid. You have no purpose in life, right? So that's what happened when you give a women's choices. Try to tell them they're independent. Try to tell them that you are killing your offspring, knowing that you want your offspring later on in life, right? A lot of women regret that. That's what's not being spread about society in mainstream media. There's a lot of people out there who having their Roe v. Wade, right? They regret going under that circumstances. They're the women who are not regretful, right? Those are the psychotic women. Those are the crazy women, right? Those are the women that have. Those are the Lilith, the Jezebel spirit. That's these women that's going through like what, several thousand, hundreds of procedure to off their children, right? Those are crazy, right? Why would you do that? That's ridiculous. And these women who decide to do that are usually the most depressed and lonely people, right? When you're depressed and lonely, you have an unstable mindset. When you go through this much of surgical procedure and go under the table just to offer your offspring, That will do a lot of psychological damage to you, right? It'll do a lot of damage to you now. Now they're gonna do some other stuff to harm them, not realizing when they go under this procedure, you're only destroying yourself. You're only destroying your body. Now you do so much. What is gonna happen? What is the possibility that your system won't work no more? Right now you destroy your ability to have kids later on in life. Right? They go under this procedure, having so much trust in these doctors. You know, these doctors aren't perfect. They can make mistakes as well, right? But I digress on that. Yeah, this video is not based on that. This video is based on when you give women too much decision, right? Like the choice, the freedom of choice, right? When they make the freedom of choice, it's usually gonna make them even more depressed, right? It's gonna lead to more headaches in their life. They don't understand what the repercussion and the long term effect of having all these choice in life, right? And wouldn't it be easier let your husband to make the choice for you, right? Since men are the most rational thinkers, they think logically. They're the decision maker, the leader in your relationship. I don't say they know what's good for you. They most likely think a more rational point of view that eliminate mistakes in life. Right? When you make rational decision, it eliminates mistakes. But if your mindset is irrational, you usually make mistakes in life, and that's what you don't want to make in life. You do not. The purpose of life is not to make that much mistakes. And usually, when women give the option of choices, they usually make the wrong choices and make a lot of mistakes that have a lot of consequences in their life. But if I do miss something, if I'm conveying my message straight, or if I'm not saying the correct thing, leave a comment below if you disagree or agree. But on that note, guys, thanks for watching. As always, peace and blessings. Like, share, and subscribe, by the way.